Good morning from very sunny Denver. Just walking from the mooring over to the lock. This morning we are heading to Salter's Load across the tidal section, very short tidal section of the River Ouse, the River Great Ouse, onto the middle level. And I always love it here so much. When we first arrived here, when we came across the Wash last year, 2 years ago, we left Boston and it felt like winter, and we got here and it felt like spring. And yesterday it was a bit weird because it was raining, so not used to Denver in the rain. But this morning it is beautiful. There's already a boat on the lock landing waiting to go across, so hopefully we can go in the lock with them. I think 2 boats can go across together from what I remember, but I don't think we've ever done it with another boat before. And yeah, then we're going to see how far we get on the mid-level today, probably to March, maybe a bit further. The problem with the mid-level is the lack of moorings, so there aren't always a lot of options for stopping, especially with the dog. You can stop anywhere, but we need to be able to get George on and off the boat. So that's the plan for today. And as you can see, George has got his life jacket on, ready for the tidal water. So there's the boat on the lock landing, and then we're over on the moorings over there. And then we just need to wait for Ben, the lockkeeper. Here's the Great Ouse. Water is very high. It looks slack at the moment. Maybe it started to turn. I'm not sure. And then it's only a few hundred meters down that way to get to Salter's Load. And this is the sluice that we'll be going through. Heading into Denver sluice. Got George down here being a pain. I think we're going to stay on the front. And yeah, they just take one boat at a time, which confuses me because I'm sure I've seen 2 boats going before. Apparently it's quite a high tide, it's a spring tide, so here we go. This is the view from inside the lock. Going up very gently. Oh, she says as it gets suddenly very fast. So we've just left the lock, there it is. What they do is they coordinate, so a boat leaves Denver lock and a boat leaves Salter's Load at the same time, and they cross in the middle, and then there's obviously the open lock at the other end to go straight into. I thought they did 2 at once, but apparently they don't, because you can't fit 2 boats at Salter's Load. I'm sure we've seen 2 boats come through before. Obviously not. There's the big dredger we saw yesterday, and this is the pontoon where we spent the night after the wash. Obviously, me being me always gets a bit worried on tidal rivers, even though we've done them so many times. But then I remind myself that there's hire boats that do this from Fox Boats every day or every week, so it's really not that bad if hire boaters are doing it. Absolutely beautiful day, no wind whatsoever, water's flat. Yep, looks like a hire boat. So there's the entrance to the old Bedford River. Honestly, that looks like you could do it right now. And then it's quite a sharp turn, which is obviously why this is the harder way to do it. The coming in the other direction is much easier, but you have to go kind of wide. See where the yellow post is, you actually have to get on the far side of that. It's quite a narrow entrance. So we just got pushed over a little bit on the bank, and then we weren't lined up to go in, so Michael had to correct, but we got in safely. And then I stopped recording. Wasn't worried at all, completely under control. I was a little bit worried, but I shouldn't have been, it was fine. And here's the hire boat going in. Hey Georgie, George, do you want to go at the back of the boat now? Do you want to go and drive? I think we've been on the middle level for about half an hour now, and we haven't got our middle level guidebook out, so I don't actually know the name of any of the places that we're going to because I can't remember them. But I think we're coming up to the aqueduct that crosses another part of the middle level in a minute. I think it's about 12 miles to get to March, and I think that's where we're heading for today, but we might go further. Depends how we feel when we get there, I guess. Nordell, that's where we are. I just had to look at the sign. So I just found our middle level book, and the route we are taking is from Salter's Lode. I think that's Nordell, where we've just passed. That's the aqueduct I was talking about from the 16 foot, and we need to go through Outwell and Upwell and down here to March. It looks like you can go that way as well, but you can't because there's a really low bridge about there. So here's another map showing the same thing, but there's the lock that we need to go through today. So this is the mooring that we tried to stop at 2 years ago, and it's had a complete new makeover. Got a picnic bench. Like, it wasn't safe for us to stop on 2 years ago. Good job, middle level commissioners. I'm going to have to dig out the footage from when we were there before. There's Gladys's house. It's looking very sad and overgrown. I guess that's what the house looks like when it goes back to nature for a few years. So I've been happily wearing my microphone all morning and talking to the camera, but I didn't have the attachment on the phone. Still new to this. Won't make that mistake again. So we're just on the outskirts of Upwell. Upwhere or Outwhere? Or Outwell? I can't remember. There's a sign, I'll tell you when I get there. And then once we've got through the two villages, there's Marmont Priory Lock. And I think both of the times we've done this lock, it's been really windy. And there's no wind today. In fact, the tidal part of the Ouse was flat. There was barely any ripples on it. So, okay, Outwell village first, and then Upwell. Yeah, because Upwhere is down on the cam. So confusing. These villages are really small, but they go on for what seems like a long time because it feels like every building in the entire village is along the water. So they're small, but they're also very long and very thin. So we're still in Outwell, not Upwell, and this is the mooring on this very sharp bend. Probably should mention that today's Coronation Day, and Outwell has made some efforts with their bunting. So we're just coming up to the Upwell moorings, and they've had a facelift too, because they were falling apart when we came down, weren't they? It felt like the whole thing was terraced before. So there's definitely been some work since we were here last year. Just got to the lock. Michael's dropped me off, and very surprised to find there's a boat in the lock. But that's good timing because they are coming up and we're going down. So when they come out, we can go in.
Well, you can slow down a bit.
So as usual, Michael's found someone to talk to. Boat's pretty much down, and then we'll have to wait for this boat to come off the lock landing before Michael can pick me and George up. So this boat's going into the lock. Michael can come and pick me up. We finished in the lock with the unofficial, helpful lockkeeper telling me what to do. Didn't even say hello, just told me to go over there with my windlass. So it didn't go down well, as you can imagine. But the rains have started and we're 2 hours away from March, so we might be getting wet. So the cruising part of the video ended quite abruptly because the rain came and then it just got heavier and heavier and heavier and I couldn't have the camera out anymore. So we moored up in March. This is the March visitor moorings. Michael has taken George to stretch his legs because the dog has been on the boat all day really. There was nowhere to really get him off since Denver. So poor George has been stuck on the back of the boat. So he needed a walk and so did Michael. And I am going to make myself some lunch and then I am going to pack up some maps because I had a few map orders in the last couple of days that I need to get to the post office. So I need to pack those up. I also need to check what stock I've got so that I can order any maps from the printers that I might need for Crick. So I'm not sure if I'll do that today, but I need to do it soon. So this one's going out today. This is the Fenlands Waterway map. And I thought I'd use it to show you where we're travelling. So this is where we started in Waterbeach. We went up the Cam, up the Ooze to Ely and then to Denver. And then, yeah, then we're going to go across the middle level, past March, past Whittlesea to Peterborough and down the Nene to Northampton. So many locks on the Nene. So we've got that coming up. When we get to Northampton, that's when we change from the EA Water to the Canal and River Trust. And then we come up the Northampton flight onto the Grand Union Canal main line and then we can go to Crick straight from there. So, yep, that one's going out to a lady today. And I'm also sending out 2 of my colouring maps, which at the moment is the most popular map. So that's really nice. And then 2 of those and then 2 of my original Waterways maps are going out as well. So yeah, from here I can show you how silly the journey is we're doing. I don't know how far it is to drive from like Cambridge to Crick, but it's you know, you can go on the main road in the straight line, but we have to go all the way up there to come all the way down here to go up again. So yeah. So yeah, that's the post done, ready for when I go to the post office next. And I'm going to end this video here because we're both shattered, and we're just going to have dinner and yeah, relax for the rest of the day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry about the microphone incident. Hopefully I'll do better tomorrow. We're heading to Stanground Lock. We're booked in at 12 o'clock, and then hopefully through Peterborough and onto Overton Lake for the night, if there's a mooring, which there should be. Thanks for watching.